Hey, it's me, Bobby, and welcome back to Ninja Mama. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 things that can contribute towards weight gain and what are the traps and how do we basically not fall for the traps. So, in my army gear, because we're ready, we're ninjas. And actually, if you've been trapped into having weight gain, this is specifically for mothers. Everyone has problems gaining weight and there's so many traps, but in this one, I'm going to explain how you've been sucked into a trap. Be aware, and actually we're going to come up with some solutions so that we can get back out and help each other by pulling each other out. So if you have these 3 things and you're deprived of sleep, you are overly stressed, and you're drinking not enough water and you're dehydrated, these things probably will be the most significant way of increasing your chances of gaining weight. So this is before exercise, and this is even before your food choices. So being a mother means you are deprived of sleep most of the time, unless you got your whole strategy going on and you've got your sleep and you sacrifice maybe time with friends, I don't know, other time, see what your time's actually prioritized to do. But sleep is actually one of the most important things, because that helps your whole body regulate, reheal, recover, regulate those hormones that help keep the fat off, because you're so stressed as well. So number 2 is stress. Being a mother means you're going to be most likely stressed when the kids screams, shouts, argues, you haven't got up early enough, you're late for school. Your partner's not helping enough, your partner's not earning enough, your partner's moaning about the house. All these things are very stressful. And you gotta understand that your health is actually the most important thing of all. The house is messy, yes. What can we do to improve? Let's have a strategy. Maybe we can have less toys, maybe less clothes, maybe have a more organized structure to the home. I find it really mean and nasty and not very productive if partners, friends and family can just criticize you rather than come up with solutions to help you. Even if it's maybe one day someone really does help you, and spend a few hours just helping you organize your house so that you're not in this cycle of stress. No one wants to be in a cycle of stress because you're going to gain weight. No one wants to gain weight because you want to look good, you want to feel good inside and out. So stress, conquering that is a big deal, and I think it's really important that you invest. You have partners that find that they're really stressed because they go to work and they earn all the money that you're always spending. But where is the care and where's the love and support from your partners? Because at the end of the day, it is you that you're looking after your partner at the end of the day. I'm a little bit lucky because I don't have a partner and I'm single, which means all that time I actually spend on myself, on my health and recovering. So I am a lot less stressed, which means the weight has melted off. However, I was also dehydrated with water, so that goes to number 3, which is dehydration. I always never really drank water. It's a bad habit, maybe from my mother. Also, if you're too busy, you always forget to drink water. Maybe your water tastes horrible, which is my case. I never liked drinking water. I've solved the problem now. I've got the best water you can drink. It is ionized, filtered by charcoal. It doesn't have all the nasty chemicals, but it has still the minerals. So that has helped detox my body. It's a super hydrated water, and that helps flush even my colon, just helps everything flush out. But then again, it's bad habits. Are you too busy? Do you just forget to drink water? If you're breastfeeding as well, that's going to affect. I was always told off by a nurse, every time you breastfeed, you must drink a glass of water, get your partner to do it. Not all partners are going to be considerate and get you your water. So you have to be water everywhere, place water everywhere. I'm not a big fan of water bottles, but if that's going to increase your hydration, please have water bottles lying around your house or glasses of water. I have people probably hate me in the amount of water laying around the house because it's convenient. You just drink. Also, I'm actually intermittent fasting at the moment, which means it's a long period of time I'm not eating. To help with the hunger, I must drink lots of water, and obviously your skin will actually become so much clearer and nicer. So there's so many advantages of drinking water. My water also helps produce melatonin, the sleeping hormone. So that's a win. I sleep more, I stress less, I drink more, I sleep more, I'm flushing out the toxins, I'm losing weight. So that's a really good cycle we've got going. So I'm going to go back to stress again, because I find that stress is the biggest one. There's going to be people out there who's going to stress you out on purpose or unpurposely. That's a strange word. However, you have got to make a choice whether it's worth you stressing out or not, because you've got a family to raise. Now, some people bring stress upon themselves. It could be anything. It could be an ant. It could be a car park spot. It could be someone who cut you up. And you're stressed and you're screaming and you're putting your body through that fight or flight. You might be scared of someone. They're so scary, and you're making up all in your mind that they're going to hurt you in some way. It's not healthy. Not for you, not for your family either. So if you can get some kind of therapy, if you do suffer from some form of maybe anxiety or depression, that you're making up a lot of stories in the world, because sometimes what you think you create, so you're creating your own nightmares. So changing your thoughts to positive thoughts, I can see my shadows, will help you create the reality you really want. So stop thinking about bad things are going to happen. However, you can try to prevent bad things from happening. So if you're going to be late for school or an event, wake up earlier. But you're tired, so how can you wake up earlier? You've got to sleep earlier. So sometimes you may have to cut out plans so that you can, recover. I mean, back in the days, I didn't sleep. I was deprived. I'd rather watch a movie, or I didn't watch movies for very long in my life, I'll be honest. Before I was pregnant, I did watch a lot of movies, and it was very relaxing and stress-free. Once I became a mother, I didn't have time to watch anything, and then my brain turned into baby brain because I wasn't learning, I wasn't growing. I did, however, study a lot of accounting. So as I had all my 4 children within that time, I'd studied 8 years of accounting, which helped with my brain. So I'm happy for that. I'm grateful that I learned some accounting skills for my future businesses. And so 3 things you must strategize and attack: stress. If you have a friend and you both might be stressed, you both might be mothers, and maybe you can go around each other's houses and help each other, because helping people, you eventually help yourself, and give without any expectation of return. If I had a friend that we were both messy, but we didn't want to clean up by ourselves because it was boring, we could have a chat and have a clean, no criticising. We're all mums at the end of the day. Some mums have it all, everything done, and some the house is in a mess. I'll try not to judge, but help. How can you get this chaos circle gone? How can we strategize together? I mean, if you are within my network, it would be great if we created a community where we always exchange hints and tips. I was always a mess because my mum was always a mess, but then I come across KonMari on Netflix, so that's when it's good to binge on Netflix. It really has a positive effect on my life, and I can help other people and help myself. So, stress. I do a lot of breathing exercises and meditation, and that calms me down. It's best done in the morning and at night time, so I can have a good peaceful sleep. And when I wake up, I am calm, I am not rushed. Because I remember many of my motherhood life, I was always on the run. Every single second I'd be late, rushing. That's not very healthy for the heart long term either. Maybe short term. Oh my God, I'm late for work. Oh my God, I'm late for the school run. Then you move fast. I like to be quite productive, so calm. And when I need to move, I will move efficiently and effectively, like the ninja, as you are. But there's times where my house may not be priority. I may want to go to the gym because you want that blood pumping, you want that oxygen flowing, you want more energy to deal with all the things you have to literally deal with. So I've been to the gym today. I go to Rip Gym in Harlow. It's an amazing gym with great vibrations, and I did my cardio and my HIIT workout because I wanted to be effective. I don't have too much time, but you can give up 10 minutes to do a HIIT. Right, and I'm slowly building it up. This is all the advice that I'm having from this intermittent fasting and keto diet. It's worked wonders, I must say so myself, because I think I was lacking those omega-3 oils, the fats, maybe protein, and it's really boosted up my greens as well. It's high in iron. Meat's got iron, and you don't want to be deficient in iron either, or potassium or magnesium, because that can lead to what I have got was pre-diabetes, but I'm going to the doctor soon to see if that has reduced. I mean, I'm doing something about it, so it's not going to be surprising if they say you are back to normal, because I've done everything I can to attack these problems. With sleep, I've done everything I can to attack these problems. I read before I sleep to increase my REM sleep. This is my Aura ring, and I have to thank this ring very much for kickstarting my health journey, because sleep was actually one of the most important of them all, even before exercise. But I find that I have way more energy when I exercise. So when there's times where I haven't been to the gym, I'm like, oh, I'm tired. And I'm like, that's right, I haven't been to the gym. So back in the gym it goes. And you don't have to spend a lot of time. You just need that blood pumping, oxygen flowing for your mind, for your body, refresh, have a break from the family. I mean, I'm lucky because I do live with my parents, so I do have my kids looked after whenever I'm at the gym. However, I tend to go actually when they're at school, and that's early morning because that's when you need to be stimulated, and not at night, because at night time you're supposed to wind down, relax, and go into a nice deep sleep. So I will not go to the gym at night usually. I won't get really pumped up, because once I'm all pumped up, I'm like, I'm ready to take action throughout the whole day, and you're supposed to be sleeping as well. Blue lights are going to affect your sleep, so I try not to watch movies at night either, because that's going to stimulate my brain and affect my REM sleep, and all sorts of books at night time. Massage, I have a massage chair. If you don't have a massage chair, do have anyone who can give you a massage, or a hot bath. Wind down. This will really help with your stress levels as well. Whatever you got stress, doesn't really matter what situation, somebody, some event is stressing you out. You, at your calmest, at your most patient self, will be able to sort it out. But when you're stressed, blah, 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 hormones are going all crazy, nothing gets solved. So it's just to chill. Some people like to chill and watch a movie in those kind of circumstances. Chill. Like, I don't think I chill enough, if I'm being honest. I'm like, I gotta get this done. And sometimes I'm like, chill is part of my productivity. Meditation is part of my productivity. To become more productive, I must chill, because I know when I'm at my calm self, I am able to be the best self. And that's all we want, really. There's not going to be so many considerate people out there in the world who will care about you enough. Seriously. So sometimes you just gotta let go, because it's all about you, about self-care, about self-love. And being a mum, sometimes you're caring about everyone else but yourself. So we're going to move on to all the traps. So the first 3 traps are the most important traps, to be honest. But let's talk about food. The cakes and the sweets and all these convenient foods that you don't have to cook. So that's why you munch into them. You just pick it up and it's like a chocolate bar. Instant food, instant energy. That's a trap. Junk food, processed food, that's all a trap. You don't have enough time to cook, because you've cooked great meals for everyone else, and in that time you've starved. You've become weak and you need some energy ASAP. So I always told my mum that you need to eat first, especially if you're going to cook a big meal that requires a lot of time. She has diabetes, so her blood sugars are crazy, all over the place. And I said, if you're always feeling, if you know you're going to be hungry, you know you're going to faint all the time, why don't you plan things properly? My mum's retired, so she doesn't actually have a time problem. She just doesn't have a routine. Therefore, I didn't have a routine, but I'm getting there and trying to help her out. Your morning breakfast. I intermittent fast at the moment, but if I didn't intermittent fasting, I keep saying the same strange word, intermittent fasting. Let's call it IF. Now I don't spend any time with breakfast. I've saved a lot of time. I can go to the gym as well. Otherwise I do smoothies. Smoothies take about 5 minutes to do, probably 5 minutes to drink as well. And obviously don't stress when you're eating, because your body's not able to absorb all the good nutrition when you're stressed. And must put that into your diary, is manage stress, because that's one of the biggest traps. The world wants to trap you in stress. Do you understand that? They want you to stress about money, to stress about people, to stress about even your looks. You're stressing. But the whole point of stressing is to do something about it. And too many people don't. And that's a trap as well. Once they got you eating all those foods, processed foods, sugary foods, carby foods, non-nutritious foods, that's already a trap. because those foods are actually going to create you to be demotivated. I say this again. People don't have motivation. They create motivation. So going to the gym creates motivation because you've got your blood pumping. But you won't even want to go to the gym in the first place. So that's a trap. So you know if you go to the gym, your motivation's going to be boost. You know if you get good sleep, your motivation's going to be boost. But people are too... They won't sleep. I remember my kids wouldn't sleep. They were too stimulated in the blue lights and the games and all the other things that are going on. And I somehow managed to get them to a good habit of reading before sleep by telling them all the benefits and not forcing them. I gave them choices and consequences. If you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this happens. And you've got a choice, basically. If you sleep now, you're going to feel refreshed in the morning, and when you wake up nice and early, you can do whatever you want. You can play your games, go on your phones, whatever. I allow them to because I want to get them into a habit of sleeping early. Later on, your habits will improve and they may do other things in the morning. They may join me in my meditation. They may join me in my morning jog. So, but first, one step at a time with these children, because getting them to sleep early is quite a hard task. Reading, I actually help read books to my daughter. I'll show you my book. This is a beautiful book. This is by Dale Carnegie. That's a secret. It's one of the best books in the world. I read Think and Grow Rich as well, but it's gold. It's gold. Invest some time. I don't know what you're investing your time in. Seriously, but this is going to save you money, time, stress. If you want to be stress-free, read this book. How to Win Friends and Influence People. I was keeping this a secret because I felt it's such a good book, and if people didn't know, then they wouldn't be so smart. But that's being a bit selfish. Let's share and let's care. Talks about how people easily get offended. Every time you're trying to help someone, you're trying to say they're incapable, maybe. This is only what I've learned. It's not what the book said. But I just realised that I'm someone who likes to be motivated, try to improve everything I do. But when someone comes across and says you're doing it wrong, but they didn't mean it that way, they just maybe had a better way, but they come across like you were doing something wrong or you was in the wrong. And I realised that a lot of people hate being in the wrong. You've got ego. Some people, it's hard for some people to say, I am sorry. Please forgive me. But thank you. I am sorry that I made you feel that way. Please forgive me. But really, I'm trying to help you so that you become healthier and happy person in the world, so that we can all live happily together. I'm not criticizing you. I'm not trying to say you're doing something wrong. But maybe there is a more efficient or better way of doing things. And the reason why I'm doing this channel is not to criticize anyone, because I was in that position. I was in chaos. I was stressed. I was sleep deprived. I started getting illnesses, and my children would not benefit. My family would not benefit. So this whole YouTube channel is about helping other moms, because you don't go to school to learn anything about being a mom. You don't have to do tests or exams of how to be a great mother. And there's a lot I had to learn through experience. But if you listen to other people's stories, maybe you don't have to suffer. I'm reading this book. I will no longer have to suffer. But if I didn't read this book, I could be continuously offending people wherever I go, from my mum to my brother to my boss to my employees. It could be anything. I could be offending everyone everywhere I go because I thought I was right all the time. I just want everyone to be good and healthy and happy, but I'm making everyone seem in the wrong and stressing everyone out, and that's not a very stress-free life, is it now? So I've learnt a lot through reading, and I think it's a very good way of calming the body down, and something I never used to do. I was all over the place. I would never read. It's too hard. I never meditate. It was just, I can't sit still. Now I'm changing all my habits, be healthy, so that I can be powerful. If you're not stressed, you have power. I have knowledge, but because I actually read these books and I actually do as they say, I have power. Power to not allow people to stress you out. And once you're not stressed, you actually help with your slowing down the aging process, because stress will age you. Remember that it's not worth a wrinkle or a spot or belly fat for you to be stressed out. So if you can comment on the comments below, or write out the things that maybe you're stressed, and maybe think of the ways that you can handle it, solve these. It could be, okay, if you have a horrible boss, for example, you don't like your boss, you don't like your job, but you're stressing because of money, you need money. You think about it. Is it really worth it? For me, I would personally not do that job. It is not worth it. Not worth your stress unless you de-stress and ignore what they say. Now, if your boss is abusing you for a reason and just trying to make you improve, you can not take it to heart and personal and just try and, I don't know. I was fired once for being too slow at work because I was no good on the computers. So now my job is nothing to do with computers. It's more performing and in front of the camera, which is my forte. So it's so good that I got fired. I'm not so grateful that I got fired by my boss. Glenn, if you're watching this ever, in my accounting job, I was a trainee accountant, and I was actually fired because I was doing things too slow, and I was just making cups of tea for everyone and everything, and coffee for everyone, and time just flew. I was more of a chit-chatter. I like to socialise. So in my current job, I get to chat to loads of new people, different scenes, even celebrities. I'm really happy. Joanna Lumley, OBE, she is the most incredible woman I've met so far. Just amazing. And my job, it's okay to change jobs. Trust me, that you are not born to have that job. Without that job, you can still survive. You are capable. You have other skills. And actually, if that job is not for you, then it's great to just change jobs. You will find your life a lot stress-free and happy. Don't kid yourself. Don't lie to yourself. There are horrible people everywhere, and there are horrible bosses everywhere. But there are definitely jobs that are more for you. And it could be a horrible boss, or it could be the actual job. Like, accounting was tormenting my head, but I'm very grateful that I learned those skills, because one day I'm going to need them for my own business. So I'm very, very grateful for Glenn for hiring me. And also, it could be, I don't know, anything that stresses you out. You need to find a solution. It's not the end of the world. And trust me, when you let go of fears of losing money and fears of this, it takes you to the right path, to the right place, the right people. And you're going to find yourself feeling happier, younger, and more energetic. Just remember that. Look on the positive side of everything. Money isn't everything. And a lot of people stress over money. Seriously. There's too much stress over money, forcing you to go to work. Because if we didn't stress about money, none of us would go to work. We'd just chill more, which is more healthier, actually. A chilled out life like the Mediterranean, who have a nice afternoon nap. Eat, have fun every single day. You live long and happy. Why are you stressing over? Because you want to prove to someone else that you've got more branded clothes. You've got nicer things. You've got a big house and a big car. Because you want to prove to some people that you're capable. When you deep down know you're capable, you don't need to prove it. I met some really humble people in this world. Amazing people. And it's the more capable they are, the less show-offy they are. Because they know. They don't need to prove to anyone. I got what it takes. So they then, you know, like, a lot of the celebrities wear the same clothes over and over. Why do you need to prove? If you like fashion and that's what you do, that's okay. But you've got these billionaires walking down with a watch cheaper than yours, a house cheaper than yours. What does that prove? They're billionaires. Thank you for my channel. Thank you for visiting my channel. I hope this has helped. Grateful. Thank you.